the doctor's. I have to go every Thursday to get a stress test, check on the umbilical cord, check the fluids, all that kind of stuff. We'll get into it, but I'm gonna be 30 weeks tomorrow, so I'm in my 3rd trimester. I am so pregnant, it's crazy. I don't know how I can do this for another 10 weeks, but somehow we're gonna make it work. My doctor's appointment was actually pretty early this morning, so this is my breakfast. Just now getting back, I'm making a yogurt bowl with blueberries and strawberries. I love fresh fruit while pregnant. It is so good. But I had to wake up earlier than I normally do, and I thought it would be no big deal, except I didn't go to bed early, so I'm super tired. But I need to go to work, so I'm just kind of struggling right now. Although I'm like, oh my gosh, how can I do this for another 10 weeks? I can't believe I actually only have 10 weeks left. I'm so ready though. I'm so ready. I'm so ready to give birth. I'm ready for her to be here. I'm just ready for everything. I say that now. Anyways, I wanted to just change into some cozy clothes after my OB appointment. I always wear clothes to the doctor that are easy to like get the ultrasound, so I can just fold my shirt up, shorts, just super simple. But I love being comfy when I'm home, so I changed. But it is still kind of hot outside. Good news, next weekend is my baby shower. Charlie's coming to town. I have a couple other friends coming to town. It's gonna be so much fun. And it's Labor Day weekend. I'm taking time off work. And the weather is supposed to be in the 70s starting next like Wednesday. So this will be the last week, hopefully, that it's super hot. I'm hoping it stays cool. And then I can wear these clothes without being super hot, because when you're pregnant, you're literally a heater. I can't sit outside for more than like 20 minutes without just dying. Can't wait for it to finally cool off. I feel like being in the last 2 months of my pregnancy during fall is literally going to be perfect. We have a lot to catch up on though, so I'm just gonna eat my breakfast real quick and we'll chat later. Got some food in, made my coffee for my caffeine of the day. Having an at-home espresso machine has been a literal lifesaver. I don't even know how much money I've saved from all the lattes I just make at home. I'm literally out of breath just from talking. Being short and pregnant is just rough. Like, there's nowhere for anything to go. We're just going out. I don't even know where my lungs are or anything. I don't know where anything is. I've been taking baths like every day, Epsom salt baths. Oh my gosh, I'm almost to the point where I'm like, I should take one in the morning and at night, because I just wake up sore. And me and my husband decided to start working out because I need to go on walks and work out. It's kind of like labor prep stuff, and then he just wants to start working out, you know, dad vibes. And so we worked out on Monday, and I literally thought all of my bones were going to break and all of my ligaments were gonna fall apart. I don't even know. I just thought I was gonna die. So I took a bath like 4 times that day, and that was great. But when you're pregnant, your bath can't be like super hot, and you're really only supposed to bathe for like 15-20 minutes. So, you know, multiple of them. That works instead of sitting there for 2 hours. Anyways, you guys know I'm a fall girly, and I've just been dreaming and romanticizing this fall so hard because my baby is gonna be born in October, probably earlier than I thought. We'll get into it. Her due date is Halloween, and that means I get Thanksgiving, Christmas, part of maternity leave, and fall, literally the best time of the year. I'm just gonna be pregnant or have a newborn, and I'm eating it. I'm so excited. I can't even put it into words, genuinely. In my excitement, oh my gosh, bending over is a whole Olympic sport. I got these shoes. These are just like off-brand. I got them on TikTok Shop. They're not the most comfortable, so I've been trying to like break them in because they're so cute. These like the fall slippers everybody always wears. I feel like you can even hear that they're not that comfortable. So I'm trying to break them in, and I think it'll help to just keep wearing them. So I'm just wearing them around the house, but it's still like 90 degrees outside, so I'm really tricking the weather. I'm like, hey guys, let's be fall, because I'm ready for fall. And before we hop into talking about my pregnancy, is anyone else watching The Summer I Turned Pretty? I've been watching it since season... whoa, that's weird. I remember when season 1 came out on Amazon Prime, and I had never heard of it, hadn't read the books, nothing. I still haven't read the books, but I've listened to a bunch of clips from like the audiobook. I was living in Texas in my first apartment there, and I remember watching it every night while I'd make dinner. That is such a weird flashback. Anyways, I was originally Team Jeremiah. I know. Disgusting. I can't believe it. But I don't know what was going through my head when I first thought I was Team Jeremiah, but I rewatched it before the third season came out, and I was like getting the ick every single time he was on screen. Not to mention, all I have to say to the Team Jeremiah girlies is he literally launched a firework directly at Belly and Conrad. Like, okay, now we're just gonna kill our brother because we want his girl. He also like wasn't interested in her until all of a sudden Conrad is being more vocal about his interest. Like, they're just meant to be, Conrad and Belly, and Jeremiah just ruins all the vibes. I don't know why he's there. He just shouldn't be there. There's so much that makes me so mad. Like, anyways, season 3, I've been watching it as it comes out, and this last episode, I think it was episode 7, my best friend finally started watching it too, and so we've been texting, and she just watched all of it for the first time like last week. And she's like, yep, Team Conrad, this is our guy, right? And we disagreed on the Vampire Diaries. She was Stefan, I was Damon. We agree on Conrad, okay? It's just it's a different kind of love triangle. Anyways, I'm going off for like no reason. Basically to say the end of that episode, I was like screaming at my TV, okay? Was not prepared to be emotionally assaulted like that. So it has been kind of fun because through the end of my pregnancy, as things are getting harder, I have something to look forward to every Wednesday. Also, I was watching The Buccaneers season 2. Don't know what happened. Season 1 was great. Season 2, every single episode was like an entire movie plot line, and then we just forget about those plots and start a new plot in the next episode. And I was like, what is going on? Still enjoyed it. Still liked it. It's definitely interesting. That love triangle, I was hard Team Theo. I love Theo, but I also don't like Nan. So honestly, she can have Guy, and Theo should have originally went for what's her name. Literally, she's like my favorite female character in that show, and I can't remember her name. Perfect. I hate that they made them like together towards the end. If they were together from the beginning, yep, that would have ate. There's all my catch up on all the shows I'm watching, I guess. I've watched so many shows this pregnancy because like what else am I supposed to do, you know? I just got off work and a nap is literally screaming my name. But I want to chat and catch up first. And then I'm like, should I just make dinner now? Because I'm also kind of hungry again. Do an early dinner and then literally go to bed, even if it's 7 o'clock. I don't know, sounds kind of appealing. So I wanted to catch up a little bit since my last vlog that I did. My pregnancy has now been deemed high risk. So I just want to tell the story, kind of what's going on, what could go wrong, what this could result in, and kind of how I'm handling it. So it started at my 20-week scan, which is your first big ultrasound where they're checking on everything. Baby's big enough to like check their brain and their heart and all this stuff. And they were missing a few pictures of the heart because she like wasn't really moving. They left, they tried to get me to like move her around, and she wasn't moving, so they were like, you'll just come back. I think it was like 6 weeks in between those 2 appointments. So in the meantime, I went to my OB and they reviewed all of my ultrasounds, and they brought up like, okay, she's in the 18th percentile, which is on the smaller end, but initially my OB was like, you're small, you know, I'm 5'1", my husband is I think 5'10", so we're not like super tall people. So I was like, okay, maybe you're just having a small baby, let's keep our eye on it, go to the other ultrasound, get more pictures, and we'll just see what they say. My doctor's very like, there's no harm in just double checking, making sure everything's good. So he sent me back down to get another ultrasound. The other thing with my OB that we talked about was marginal cord insertion. So that's when the cord is not like right in the middle of the placenta, it's more like towards the bottom, and that could cause risk for other issues as well, or it could be nothing. So it's kind of one of those things that's like, well, we can't really determine anything until you go back for another ultrasound. So he was like, we're not gonna, he's very much like, we don't worry until there's something to worry about. So sent me to my next ultrasound. About 6 weeks later, I was 26 weeks, I believe. I go in for the ultrasound, and of course it's like the one time my husband couldn't come to a major ultrasound. They do all her measurements and they were super nice doing it, but you know, you have the ultrasound tech, then you have the doctor at the MFM, which is maternal fetal monitoring. He's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go make sure we got all the pictures, and then the doctor will probably want to talk to you. And I was like, okay, that does not sound good, because usually no news is good news. Sounds like I'm getting news. So he goes to get the doctor. She comes in and she is so sweet. I've been blessed with like the best medical people ever. My medical team, amazing. She comes in, she's so sweet, and she was just like, hey, so we're gonna wanna keep an extra eye on you. You have two major things that we wanna worry about. So first of all is she actually has velamentous cord insertion, which is kind of like just a more risky version. Like, so marginal cord insertion could be at risk for velamentous cord insertion. Velamentous, or VCI, is when the cord is not actually fully attached. So not only is it on the bottom of the placenta, which can already cause nutrient transferring issues, but part of the cord is attached to membranes rather than the placenta, if I understood this correctly, which can cause even more issues as far as like baby growth, baby getting nutrients, blood flow, all of those things. So she kind of talked to me about everything relating to that. She told me the absolute worst things that can happen, and that they are rare, but they do happen, and then kind of how the rest of my pregnancy will go because of this. Like I said, she was so sweet. She answered all of my questions about it. And she said the other thing that we're paying attention to is your baby is really small. So at this point, she was measuring 8.8% in the 8.8 percentile. So they rounded her up to about the 9th percentile. And she was like, if she stays there, that's good. Anything under 10% is considered high risk for growth restriction. But because she has this umbilical cord issue, it could get worse. So she put me on a schedule to come in every single Thursday, and I do a stress test, and they check the umbilical cord, the blood flow. We want to make sure the blood is flowing to the baby good, that the amniotic fluid is good, that the nutrients or whatever, I don't fully understand all the medical terms, but basically that things are going to the baby and not like going backwards, because that has a chance of happening. And there's a lot of things that have a chance of happening. And obviously I count her kicks every day, and just overall monitoring. That's what they're saying. They're like, right now we're just overall monitoring. We're just seeing how things go, unless there's a major issue. So she said, right now I am not a candidate for C-section. I can still give birth vaginally, but from the get-go, she said because of the growth restriction, it is most likely that she'll have to be out a little bit early. So at first she was saying 39 weeks is probably the furthest we'll let you go. And as you guys know, I've talked about, I really, really wanted to have a completely unmedicated natural delivery. So this kind of throws a wrench in my plans, and it was just really stressful to hear all of this, of course. And she put me on a schedule for all my weekly appointments. So now I'm going to the high-risk MFM doctor once a week, and I go to my OB on like my regular appointments, which right now is every other week. So I come home, tell my husband, I'm just crying. I just cried that whole day because it's so scary. Like, you don't know what to expect. It's super overwhelming when you're pregnant. You're hormonal and everything's stressful, and it just hits you harder, and things are hard. And I kind of like had texted my siblings and my dad. I was like, I'm probably gonna be antisocial the rest of my pregnancy. Like, I'm just so stressed and I just need to relax. And my doctor told me I can still work out and stuff to just kind of take things a little bit easier and be gentle with myself and stuff. So the other thing that my doctor told me was that there's no way to fix it. So with VCI, it happens in 1% of pregnancies. I'm just so lucky. And there's nothing you can do to fix it. There's nothing I did to cause it. There's no like solution really. She said she's had patients who had this, who tried to eat like 5,000 calories a day. It doesn't matter how much I eat, because it's not that I'm lacking nutrition to give to my baby. It's that the umbilical cord isn't attached correctly, so it cannot transfer all the nutrients, or it has a risk of that happening. So great, there's nothing I can do. Really emotional weekend. I was pretty like emotionally tapped out for probably like a week. Then I went back for the next one and baby was fine. I went back for the next one, baby was fine. Then I finally went back to my OB and we talked about it. And that appointment was actually my nurse practitioner, and she just said, once again, we don't worry until there's something to worry about. We're just gonna go with the flow. Whatever, you know, the high risk doctor along with my OB team decide, we'll go from there. Let's not worry until there's something to worry about, essentially. And once again, it's possible that nothing could go wrong. So then I go in for my next growth scan. So I have an actual growth scan every 3 weeks. So my husband is able to go to this one with me, and we go, and she is now in the 3rd percentile. I will say though, they said, so they do the measurements, they go get the doctor. I could see on the screen it said 3rd percentile. So I knew the doctor was gonna wanna come talk to me, and she came in and said, A, she might not actually be that small, because they were really struggling to get a really solid measurement of the stomach. So the stomach was measuring in the 1 percentile, which really dragged everything down. Everything else was still in a lower percentile than before, but the stomach was really, really small. So she was like, I'm thinking it's maybe more like 4 or 5 5%, still a trend down, so not good, but 3% is like getting close to dangerous. So she was like, once again, let's do your 2 appointments in between and we'll have another growth scan, then we can make more decisions and talk more then. I just want to see how baby goes over the next couple weeks. If she drops below the 3rd percentile, I forget what they call it, but basically it's even more scary. It's even more high risk. She's even more small. That's like dangerously small, and that could push me being induced even earlier. So as of right now, they want to induce me now, it is being said, between 38 and 39 weeks. If she drops below 3%, it's probably going to be like 37 weeks. She said they really want to push for term. They really don't want to deliver before term, and 37 weeks is considered early term. You're not full term until 39 weeks. So the longer she can stay in there, the better, but the reason that they would probably want to get her out is if she's having major growth restriction, sometimes it's better to get them out and get them feeding on milk than to be in and getting barely any nutrients. So that's kind of like the idea here. We have to balance the risk of her staying in, lack of nutrients, growth restriction, placental issues, umbilical cord issues, and being out, and like, is she gonna have to be a NICU baby? Is she gonna be safer on the outside? Or are we gonna be able to get her nutrients better on the outside? So it's constantly like my doctors are just looking at this risk, which is why I'm considered high risk. So basically my next growth scan, the high risk doctor said that one will pretty much help us determine, because by then I'll be 32 weeks. That one will help us determine how early will probably induce you. And then I'll still keep up my schedule of all the ultrasounds and the growth scans, and we'll just see if things get worse, if they stay the same. She said the odds of them getting better aren't too high. So it is stressful, but at the same time, now that I've had all this time to kind of think about it and sit with God and stuff, I feel pretty solid about it. I just hate the unknown, and I really wanted to have an unmedicated birth. So as of right now, my plan is to be induced whenever they say I need to be induced, and I'm kind of working on a birth plan and what kind of things I want in my induction, what I don't. I'm still gonna try to go unmedicated, as in no epidural. And I'm actually even more so wanting no epidural, because when you get induced, you're basically like telling your body to do something it's not ready to do. And I want to be able to get up and moving and walking, because that really helps while you have your induction methods going. So I really want that. So a lot of this has just taught me about like kind of like surrendering. Like, she's gonna be born when she's gonna be born. She's gonna be whatever size she's gonna be. I really trust God with that. And now I just have to surrender kind of my, oh, I didn't want to have to do a Foley balloon, or I didn't want to have what are all the medications called? Like Cytotec, Pitocin, like all those things. I'm just like, oh, I don't want it. But if it means baby is safer and I'm super high risk and she's not getting her nutrients, I can suffer. Okay, I can suffer for her. But anyway, all that to say, my next OB appointment since that last check-in is on Monday. So on Monday, I'm going to talk to my doctor about all of my fears and anxieties and kind of what inductions look like with him. What can I expect? I actually have a friend who did a voluntary induction with him, and she loved it. Said he's so amazing. The induction was not bad at all. She had a 39-week induction. So I might have to have an earlier induction, but I've heard that he's just really great at doing his job. My mom also knows my doctor, which is why I'm going to him, and she said like he has such good bedside manners, which is why she wanted me to go to him. And so I'm feeling pretty confident in knowing that like my concerns will be heard and that things will be explained to me. And I think that's the biggest thing going into this, because every intervention does have a risk, and I'm okay with that, as long as obviously it's needed and it's gonna help baby, especially in this situation. I just want to explain to me. I don't want things done to me. I want to be a part of this. And so I think as long as I can communicate that to the staff, and I'll have my doula who knows all this, and she'll have my birth plan, and my husband obviously, and they can help communicate for me as well, I think everything will be okay. Oh, I just got a package. Anyway, so the last like couple weeks have been pretty stressful, and I've honestly been so tired anyway. 3rd trimester hit, I lost all my energy. So I'm just doing a lot of sleeping and chilling, and my baby shower is next week, which I'm really excited about. And like, I got so stressed to the point I was like, I'm gonna miss my baby shower because I'm gonna have an emergency C-section or something. But even the high risk doctor is like, no, it's not to that point. Basically, a lot of things are just up in the air right now, and I'm trying to explain this best that I can. I'm not a medical professional, obviously, but it's taken a lot of surrender and trust in God. And I just like, I have this like peace that I can't really explain. That's just like, she's gonna be okay. And I'm really not worried about her, even if she's small. I don't know, there's just so many things other than like the high risk thing about pregnancy that I just did not expect. Like when you start to get big, like I am now, my belly is big and it is heavy. And she'll like shove her head down sometimes and like kick me super hard, and I start getting round ligament pain, which feels like a calf cramp in the middle of the night, and you're just like, oh, and you like can't move and you can't do anything. I do have a belly band, which has been so nice, and sitting on the yoga ball, so nice. Sleeping, so nice. So there's been like, I've had a rough pregnancy. Can I just admit it? Like honestly, like I love being pregnant in the sense that I'm so connected with her. Like I really do feel connected with her, and it's such a beautiful thing, but it is not easy. And I know pregnancy is different for every person and every pregnancy, but oh my gosh, I just started with like, if you watch my first trimester symptom video, I'm just like, it was awful. And it was. Second trimester, I dealt with a lot of like mental stuff, and I thought I might have had prenatal depression. I felt so lonely, and just like, I realized I was just going through a transformation and I had to work through a lot of things. And then I get to my third trimester and I'm considered high risk, and I don't even know when she's gonna be born now, like at all. And there's just like so many things, and then now I'm in pain all the time, and it's weird because like your pregnant belly is not like, it's not like having, I've had like, you know, I've been a little bit overweight in the tummy area. I carry a lot of my fat in my stomach. It is not the same. Like when I bend over, I don't even want to bend over. If I drop something, it's a full debate if I'm gonna pick it up or not. Like it hurts to bend over. If I stand for too long, I just am so like tired everywhere. Anyway, I've been talking a lot, but I just wanted to catch up on like all things pregnancy, because like now I'm considered high risk and it's been stressful and just like a lot. But at the same time, I want to like preface with that I'm so thankful to be pregnant. I love my daughter so much already. Like I literally just dream about being in this nursery, sitting in this chair holding her. It's literally a dream come true for me. I've always wanted to be a mom. I didn't know pregnancy could be so hard, but I think it's such a transformative time. I needed it to be hard to realize that like motherhood is hard, life is hard, and this has been like the most physical difficult thing I've done. And I know motherhood is gonna be a lot of like mental toughness, and so I think it's just been a really good thing. Even though it sucked, it's been good at the same time to like prepare me, I feel like. And yeah, I'm just really thankful. I just want to meet her. See, now I feel like I can't even say that. I'm like, I want to meet you already, come on. But then I'm like, no, stay in there. Like, keep cooking, please get nutrients, keep growing. So gotta be careful what I say over here. But overall, I am thankful to be here, and I hope she's okay. Good morning, happy Friday now. I'm cosplaying it being fall because when I woke up it was like 72 degrees. It's gonna be like 89 today, but it is cooling off. Literally by I think Tuesday it'll be in the 70s, so I'm cosplaying fall. I've got my brown headband. I don't know how to wear a headband, I just realized also. Like, how do you wear this without looking stupid? I got a new bag for fall, literally from the TikTok shop. So cute. And then this sweater also from TikTok shop, and then I'm wearing those shoes I showed you yesterday, and I think I broke them in because they're super comfy now, and leggings and white socks. I should have shown my outfit before I got in the car. Anyways, on Fridays I always get 7 Brew to start my weekend, so let's go to 7 Brew. I wish they had the pumpkin flavors, but they don't have them until September 1st, so I feel like I'm getting to the point where my face is starting to look pregnant. You know how some people only look pregnant in their stomach? I feel like I've been that way kind of my whole pregnancy, but I think I am starting to puff up a little bit here in the 3rd trimester, so wish me luck. By the time I got here, it is quite hot. I'm sweating. I have like my AC blasting. But I made it. Drink secured. The 7 Brew drive-thru girl complimented my headband, so I guess I am wearing the headband right, but I just feel bald, honestly. Also, why every time I turn this on, I feel like we're in the dark. Okay, now I can show you how cute my outfit is. Slay! Very fall, but I'm literally already sweating. It's Saturday. I think Saturdays are my all-time favorite day of the week because all I do is just like sleep in, hang out with my husband, maybe do a little cleaning, try out a new recipe. Love trying new recipes on Saturdays, and it just hits. Ignore my filter, I know, it's on its way. I'll swap it when it gets here. Anyway, my fridge is so cute right now. All the pictures of my daughter. I wanted to give a little bit of another pregnancy update. I don't know if I'm turning a corner, if I'm just getting excited for the end, if I'm just excited because literally on Thursday, Charlie gets here and then I have my baby shower, so I have a really fun weekend to look forward to. I don't know if the Epsom salt baths have just been hitting super hard. I don't have the reason why, but I feel amazing. It also could just be that usually fall is when my mood is personally elevated the most, and we're like right there. We're almost in the fall. But the last few days, emotionally, I've been feeling amazing, but also physically, I've been feeling amazing. Yesterday, I actually had like really bad round ligament pain, but it was like mentally I was doing so good that the pain was not as bad. Which is crazy because that's literally what they tell you about like labor unmedicated. It is a mind game and like the fear, tension, pain cycle. Recently, my dinner lineups have been so good. I actually kind of hate eating out right now. Every time I eat out, I feel just like kind of sick. But like that's so good, and this is one of the easiest meals ever to make. Yeah, I don't really know why, but I think this last week of pregnancy has been the best. I honestly kind of want to blame stretching, sitting on the ball, and mostly taking Epsom salt baths. Like I just took one and I feel on top of the world. I feel amazing, refreshed, renewed. The world is a beautiful place. I love being pregnant. This is the first time I've said that. I love being pregnant. Like I said, I've had a rough pregnancy, but this week has been hitting, so super happy about that. Maybe I've also just been taking it easy this week. I don't know. I did work out. No, that was last week. No, that was this week. I worked out on Monday. Because I love fall so much, I usually decorate early. And especially because next week's gonna feel like fall. And Charlie will be in town. I kind of want to decorate for fall, like today, tomorrow. I don't really have like crazy fall decor, but just adding some little pieces I feel like would be really cute. I recently put a lamp and a candle in my guest bathrooms when I take baths. It is so relaxing. And then I have 2 really warm night lights in my main bathroom. So when I get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, I don't have to turn on the freaking flashbang lights. And now those are my 2 favorite rooms in the house because I love ambiance lighting. So I kind of want to just like order a bunch of night lights for my kitchen and stuff to have ambiance lighting. I don't know. This is so good. Here's the other thing with decorating this year. My baby's coming sometime in October. It sounds like it'll be more like October 20th or so. So usually I'll switch from fall decor to Christmas decor either at the beginning or midway through November. So I definitely want to put up my fall decor now, and then that'll be the decor I have probably when I give birth, and then I can enjoy that decor for a long time. But then like, am I gonna want to decorate for Christmas postpartum? I think I will, because like I have quite a bit of time off work from maternity leave. Oh, I don't think I ever talked about that. So my last day of work is October 17th as of now, and I get 11 weeks off, fully paid. Since I do work at a startup and I'm kind of just in charge of all the marketing, they asked if sometime in December I could just hop in like once a week or so and just like check on our Facebook ads, stuff like that. Not necessarily like join meetings and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I don't think that'll be a problem. So other than that, I'm like completely off. I'm completely off for at least the first like month. So that's amazing. They're amazing. I love my work, by the way. And then I told them about my high risk situation, and they were like, if you end up needing an extra week off, that's fine. Like if I end up having to deliver at 37 weeks, because my last day of work is when I hit 38 weeks. And then if I have to be induced at 38 weeks, then I might want to take that week before off as well. So they're really flexible, which is great. So because I won't be working and I'll just be like chilling with the newborn, I feel like I will want to decorate for Christmas, and I think it'll be totally chill, fine, whatever. Obviously my husband can help with anything if I physically can't do it, but I mean, I'll still have plenty of time if I want to wait until after November and just decorate at the beginning of December. I'm kind of overthinking it, just getting it out there, okay? My husband's work, on the other hand, not the best as far as like, there's no paternity leave, so he's just using PTO, so he'll probably take like a whole week off. But the thing is, he works from home, so it's like if I need help, he's downstairs, you know, not a big deal. So I feel really lucky, like we both work from home, so that makes having a baby easier. But anyways, all that to say, like, yeah, I should probably decorate for fall sooner so I can enjoy it. Plus, it's my favorite season. And I love the ambiance of fall lights, but I also love the ambiance of a Christmas tree, so I am looking forward to that. And sorry if I'm jumping ahead for the people who are like, oh my gosh, don't talk about Christmas yet. I'm thinking about when I have a newborn, okay? And it really is going to be the best time. Like, God knew that this was gonna be iconic for me because I love fall so much. But like Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, bundled up, newborn, not working. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. I genuinely can't wait. I've wanted to be a mom literally my entire life. And so I'm just getting so happy and excited every day closer to meeting her. She's literally kicking the crap out of me right now, by the way. It's so weird. Like I'm just like talking to a camera. Meanwhile, my literal daughter is like punching me. It's the sweetest thing ever. Anyways, I don't know. I might wait till Charlie gets here and we can decorate for fall together. That might just be the end of this video. I just kind of wanted to catch you guys up, and now you're caught up about everything. I feel pretty like good about everything. I'm not super stressed or overwhelmed. I'm trusting God and also kind of trusting my doctors and what they recommend and what they say as far as when I'll need to be induced and checking on baby. And the thing is, like, with a high risk situation like this, as long as we're checking on baby all the time, like, the worst thing that can happen is my doctors like push it off and didn't care, but they're on top of it, weekly, sometimes bi-weekly appointments, and so we'll catch something if there's something to catch. But I think everything's gonna be okay. Like, I feel at peace about it. Can't believe I'm gonna be a mom soon. Anyways, I will be vlogging like baby shower weekend, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching this vlog.